everybody was buying them all.
Everybody wanted that ticket.
Yeah, but there was only certain ones that qualified. And then out of them, out of them was that little one boy
that got the grand prize.
Got the grand prize. We all run the race, but only one wins the prize.
And that's still it.
Mm-hmm. That's why you're supposed to run like you haven't won nothing.
Because we have it.
You have it. Did you have any more of that?
No, that's it on that one.
Actually, go a little more real quick.
Okay.
Because I want to get that where it shows that Yahweh.
Verse 10. But if thou fear to go down, go thou with Phurah, thy servant, down to the host, and thou shalt hear what they say, and afterward shall thine hands be strengthened to go down unto the host. Then went he down with Phurah, his servant, unto the outside of the armed men that were in the host, and the Midianites and the Amalekites, and all the children of the east lay along in the valley like grasshoppers for multitude, and their camels were without number, as the sand by the sea side for multitude. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow, and said, Behold, I dreamed a dream, and, lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came unto a tent, and smote it that it fell, and overturned it, that the tent lay along. And his fellow answered and said, This is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel.
So as you can see, he just described the armies of the enemy, and it's innumerable.
You can't even count the camels. The men, like...
That's how... So if they're camels, how many men were riding on those? You know? So there's so many men, it was unimaginable that 300 men would be able to defeat this size of army. In fact, they got one of our victories on the movie called 300.
Come on.
Go ahead, brother. Showing that this is the truth.
See, verse 15. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof, that he worshipped and returned into the host of Israel and said, Arise, for Yahweh hath delivered into your hand the host of Midian. And
so he needed the seer.
He had to hear it for himself.
From the prophet.
Verse 16. And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies, and he put a trumpet in every man's hand with empty pitchers and lamps within the pitchers. And he said unto them, Look on me, and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outside of the camp, it shall be that, as I do, shall ye do. When I blow with the trumpet, I and all that are with me, then blow ye the trumpets also on every side, all the camp, and say, The sword of Yahweh and of Gideon.
See right there, that's the elders leading the way. And we're supposed to walk right behind them in the same footsteps. Because they're walking right behind Yahushua in the same footsteps. That's why, honestly, there ain't nothing new. You don't have to do nothing new. It's already been done. All you got to do is follow the leader.
They taught you that game in preschool.
Right.
Follow the leader.
But most of the Jake is completely out of order, disobedient. Right? That even says it. They're disobedient to parents. So how the fuck are you going to follow elders when you can't even obey your own parents? Go ahead, brother.
Come on. Verse 19. So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him came unto the outside of the camp in the beginning of the middle watch. And they had but newly set the watch. And they blew the trumpets and brake the pitchers that were in their hands. And the 3 companies blew the trumpets and brake the pitchers, and held their lamps in their left hands, and the trumpets in their right hands to blow withal. And they cried, The sword of Yahweh and of Gideon. And they stood every man in his place round about the camp, and all the host ran and cried and fled. And the 300 blew the trumpets, and Yahweh set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the host. And the host fled to Beth-Shittah and Zedaloth, and to the border of Abel-Maholah unto Tabbath. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of all of Manasseh, and pursued after the Midianites.
So they chased their ass down. 300 men chased down out of a million men. An innumerable amount. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? 300 to a million. It's pretty much an innumerable amount. You know, they show that in that movie 300.
When they said, we'll fight under the, when they shot the arrows.
Oh, under the shade, yeah, the darkness.
Because there were so many arrows shot from so many men that it just shaded the sun.
Yeah. That's what the elect are gonna do. 300 is gonna smash judgment into this place. 144,000 elect men is gonna rain hell on this place. But first you gotta make the cut. That's what this time is. That's why Aldo Tahar, he's setting the standards, just like he had Gideon. All right, who's afraid? Go home. Right? Then he says, all right, go down to the water. And just from the way they conducted themselves, declared if they were worthy of battle or if they weren't. And that's the truth about going to these camps and doing this work. It declares if you're worthy of the battle or not. And if you ain't worthy of it, you're going to catch the death, but then you're going to be reincarnated back and you'll be born in the kingdom righteous. But you're going to miss out on the glory of experiencing that
fight.
Yeah, and getting the paybacks on these Edomites that fucking oppressed us so badly. You don't want to miss out on that. That's why you want to run this race like you haven't won nothing. Even if you get signs through the Spirit that you may be part of the elect, you're supposed to keep going like you ain't even you don't even know if you did receive that or not. Because honestly, nobody received anything until the end. So we're supposed to be fighting like our life depended on it.
Yahushua wasn't perfected until he was risen by Yahweh.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Don't let yourself deceive yourself. This truth, men don't get it, but this truth could deceive you. Just like men that think they're great swimmers and then they go into the ocean and the ocean has currents and it takes them away.
You can swim in a pool, but you can't swim in the ocean.
Right. There's currents. They'll pull you out to open ocean and you can't come back from that.
Riptides.
Whirlpools. Animals.
Elements.
That's like the truth. You might have been able to go to church and teach a Bible study class. Right? You might be able to teach off, not in a camp, but honestly, when you go to camp, it's like being in the ocean. You got the weather, like you said, you got the police that can come and take you away.
Swoop you up real quick.
There's fights, scuffles, arguments.
You can get shot.
Beasts.
Stabbed.
Yeah, there's beasts all around you. Sharks.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, we're the sharks, but you know what I mean?
Those waters are dangerous.
Yeah.
It's not a pool. It's not. You're going from the aquarium to the ocean. If you grew up your entire life in an aquarium, you got to get used to that ocean life.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Just like football. It's different from pro to pee-wee. You know, everybody can play in pee-wee. But pro, you got to be selected to play in pro. And that's how this truth is. The elect are going to be the pros. The rest are going to be sent home. And that's going to be a shameful thing. To miss out on that glory. Did you have any more on that?
Just two more verses.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 24. And Gideon sent messengers throughout all Mount Ephraim, saying, come down against the Midianites, and take before them the waters unto Beth-barah and Jordan.
And we're going to take these heathens. The Midianites were just a heathen nation. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to come upon these nations with a sword, and they're going to run looking for safety, and there ain't going to be nothing there ain't going to be nothing there to save you. Because the thing we're going to have that Esau lacked when we were in captivity is spiritual power. We're going to know where you are. We're going to know your thoughts. You die under our hand, and we'll just bring you right back. So it's going to be a lot worse for Esau.
Then all the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together and took the waters unto Beth-barah and Jordan. And they took two princes of the Midianites, Oreb and Zeeb. And they slew Oreb upon the rock Oreb. And Zeeb they slew at the winepress of Zeeb, and pursued Midian.
So they took two of the sons of the king
and slew them
in front of everybody. Pretty much your main area is the liquor store. And what was the other one? The river?
It was the rock.
So they're drinking bit? Oh, the rock?
It was the rock and the winepress.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Which it goes back to Yahushua, though. Because Yahushua is the rock, and Yahushua is going to tread the white
judgment.
horse.
Come on.
And we're making a sit down.
And brought the heads of Oreb and Zeeb to Gideon on the other side Jordan.
I mean, they fulfilled their duties because Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushua had them fulfilled. All right? That's why he said, what was the whole point? Why did he take them from 32,000 to 300? So that they may not have the glory.
So you knew it wasn't.
Why is he going to have us not fight Esau gun to gun?
So you know it's not.
It's not
It
you.
has nothing to do with you. It's all the power of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushua.
Right. Why does he have us go out there to camp without any defense except for this truth?
Because he's already girded you.
Yeah. He delivered them to you. He said, go down into the host.
He's like, you're supposed to
delivering
get
it to your
them.
hand. Yeah. That's why a lot of men, they have great zeal because they, in their spirit, already testifies, hey, the Lord gave it to me.
Hey, there's that one song I just want to say real quick by Nas, Wicked Ass Coon. But he said, whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine. You got to have that mentality. But Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushua has to give it to you.
Right.
You don't take it yourself.
And it gets frustrating for men when you're out there and it's just words you see. But honestly, words are so powerful. Spoken in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, it actually destroys spiritual strongholds. There's people that actually are healed as they pass through and hear those words. There's people that are condemned and actually go home and kill their family and hang themselves.
Catch death.
So these words are not vain. That's why honestly, when you do the work of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, you need to know how serious it is. In fact, a good thing for you to read is how Leviticus. Because it tells you how serious it was how they had to conduct themselves. Because if you didn't conduct yourself correctly, the Lord will kill your ass. Kill your kids, he'd kill your family. He'd bury you with your tent.
Open up the earth and swallow you whole.
Yeah,
Close
everything.
right back up. Just
Everything. Your animals, your house. And you're about to start to see those miracles again. But this is Matthew 19:26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible. So it's impossible with 300 men to go against an innumerable amount. But with Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, all things are possible. And that's what you men got to remember. We're not out here doing this alone. We're not doing this in vain. There is a reward for this work. Now you want to run and do this work like you haven't received no reward. You're running for that reward. But honestly, the Lord, He will give righteously to who He will give. He will have mercy on whom He will have mercy. He will have compassion on whom He will have compassion. But also He will harden the heart of who He will harden the heart of.
oh.
With that, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to our elders who rule well, and shalom to all you Akim, pushing this truth sincerely. Shalom.
Shalom.